So on this slide, we're reviewing just handful of do's and don'ts. Just some basic quick bullet points for you as you plan your lessons and you plan your activities and you plan your interactions with students and using the comments. So just kind of going down the list, and I'll add context when needed. So use it for whole class differentiation, group work, station rotation, and other different methods that might not be as effective in your classroom. Do have a system, measure, or rationale for which students can use the comments unsupervised. Remember, while we do have supervision, maybe that word is not the best word to use, but while we do have supervision, it's not nearly as fine print as you in the classroom. So have some reason, whether it's a grade, whether it's behavior, whether it's recent test scores, have some reason and rationale for who gets to go to the comments. And then update it, every 3 weeks. So if it's grades, maybe every 3 weeks you check grades and you make decisions based on that. But have some kind of measure for who goes to the comments and who doesn't. Do have clear expectations for students in the comments, what they should be working on and what success looks like. So when you send them up there, send them with, not only something to do, but also expectations for timeliness behavior. Perhaps it's something that, I was just whispering today, but I'm on video, so that didn't really work out. But have very clear expectations of what they should be working on, what success looks like, and maybe you can even have them come back before the end of the hour. Before the bell rings, come back and show me what you worked on, something like that. That's not, you don't have to do that, but something like that. Experiment with different locations and different methodologies. Try something new and have fun. Give very clear directions to a sub. This one's critical. Be very crystal clear to a sub about who can use the comments and who cannot. List names. If we don't get any information, we're going to tell tell subs to keep kids in the comments, or keep kids in the classroom, sorry. So be very explicit with a sub of who can and who cannot. And if the default is just keep them all in the room, then that's fine too. So do not do these things. Do not do these things. Don't send students to the comments for a task that will be more effectively accomplished in the classroom. If you're doing silent reading, you're doing test taking, if you're doing something that really needs silence and concentration, individual work, maybe the comments is not the best thing for that particular activity. Do not send students to the comments who have failed to show success in unsupervised environments. If they failed to prove to you that they can handle unsupervised, they don't get to go. It's not a right. It's a privilege. So if they failed to perform in unsupervised settings or less supervised settings, then they don't get to go. Do not send students with nothing to do. Yes, English teachers, that is a double negative, but I did not know how else to say it. So don't send them there with nothing to do. Every student who goes there should have something purposeful to do. And maybe it's not for your particular class, but maybe they finish the work in your class and they want to spend another 20 minutes in the commons working something else. Just verify that with them before they leave. So they should have something to do. It should not be just go and hang out. Do not expect silence in any of the flex spaces. There's going to be talking. There's going to be movement. Gold flex space is the only exception to that rule. And you can't really read it very well, but do not send students who have not earned and maintained your trust. Again, while it is supervised, it is less supervised. It is less of a microscope. So if you think this student needs a closer eye, then they should probably just stay in the classroom. So those are some basic do's, do nots. I definitely can see this slide updating as time goes forward.